Hey, hi again. It's Corinne Bigden with House Flip
Right.
Forum. And here we're talking about budget creation and design plan. Here you're going to be looking at determining your renovation budget, how much you're going to need to complete the project and get onto the market. First, when determining your renovation budget, how are you going to do that? You need to decide on your customer avatar. And what is that? So if you're looking at selling a property, you know that if you have a condo, small condo, obviously a family is not your customer avatar. If you are selling a farm property, a single person who's very young is probably not your customer avatar. So you're looking at the property that you are planning to renovate and flip and deciding who is the best buyer for that property, i.e., your customer avatar. So if you have that person in mind, I would suggest going around to friends, family, find other people who are very similar to who your customer avatar is, and start finding out what are their wants and needs in a new property. If they're going to be moving, what would be the main things they'd be focused on looking for, and get maybe a list of their top 5 or top 10 things they'd really want in a property. That will help you decide where your renovation dollars are going to go to, because you want to know what's the main thing that you're going to focus on. Second thing, the third thing, you want to put the most money into the things that are going to have the biggest impact in making that the deciding factor for your buyer. So I would decide on who that person is, find others who are like that person, interview them, find out what they really want and need in a property, and stay focused on keeping your dollars in those main elements, because we can all find that when you buy a property, you yourself may have an idea of what you would love to do with it if it was your property, but it's not your property. It is now, but you're not selling it to yourself. You're selling it to that person. So you really have to be careful to stay focused on what that person wants and avoid putting in all your own wants and needs into that property. It's a common mistake that people make, and it's dollars that are spent that shouldn't be. So keep focused, try to keep your heart in there, but also your head. Make sure that you're making the proper decisions for the right reasons, not because you really always wanted yellow cabinets in a kitchen. So here's your opportunity to do something like that. It's really about your customer. So think of the buyer, i.e. customer, and make sure you stay focused when creating your renovation budget, and be sure your dollars are put in the right place.